on? So it is Sunday, Sunday evening, Sunday night, late-ish, 9:30, not that late, anyway. And I wanted to do an update on what is going on with Eric. My last update was maybe Monday or something like that. So on Tuesday, we got a diagnosis of leukemia, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, ALL, which is actually the pediatric type of leukemia. Most cases are in kids. So it's, we joke with Eric that this proves that he's still a child. But, so it's leukemia. We have a treatment plan. He started chemo on Friday. So today was day 3 of chemo. He got 2 different drugs on Friday. He got one of those 2 yesterday. He got a different one today, and he's getting a different one tomorrow. And then I believe he is done until Friday, and then basically just getting it on Fridays. He is going to be in the hospital for 3 to 4 weeks right now. 3 to 4 weeks from day 1 of chemo, which was Friday. And then after that, there's going to be 3 to 4 months of really intense outpatient treatment, where we're going to be going back and forth multiple times a week for treatments, which we've been told that is kind of the most difficult time. That's when he will likely feel the worst and have the most trouble, but hopefully he will be able to be home for most, if not all, of that time. There will likely be some little hospital admissions for fevers or whatever, but for the most part he will be able to be home. And then the full course of treatment is going to last 2 years. So we're on day 3 of 700 and some days of this, but after these initial 4 to 5 months, it's just maintenance treatment, so it should be pretty easy. So that is what's going on. We're going back and forth to the hospital almost every day. It's been really exhausting. I'm so tired right now. I thought I was tired. So I've been telling people, I thought I was tired, and then I had a baby, and I got accustomed to, a new level of sleep deprivation and fatigue and stuff. And now this has happened, and I'm, at a whole other level, because I'm not getting as much sleep as I was at night, and I'm not getting the breaks during the day that I was because I'm not home with Lex napping and me being able to do other stuff. Lex is not napping well at the hospital. This is kind of a situation where I am not necessarily totally thrilled with the fact that, he is only a co-sleeper. He only sleeps in bed with us. He has really never consistently slept anywhere else, except on me, next to me, in bed. He'll sleep, he's asleep now without me in there, but he's asleep in bed. He can sleep on beds. And we don't really have access to that at the hospital, and it's, there's commotion, and Eric has IV pumps that beep, and so it's not really an environment that is conducive to a baby getting decent sleep. We do have a pack and play there in Eric's room for Lex to play in, because I won't let Lex crawl around on the floor of the hospital. So at least he has that to play in, and we'll see, but I would like to eventually work on getting him to nap in that. I don't know if that would result in better naps or not. I also am considering trying to get him to nap in the stroller. I'm considering, going back to swaddling him for naps. just kind of trying to grasp at anything that might make things a little bit easier for him and get him some better sleep, because he's not sleeping nearly enough each day. He's not getting his good naps, and he's getting to bed later than he really should, because I just can't pry myself away from the hospital. Like, I don't want to leave. I wish that I could just move in there and be there all the time. And Eric does have someone with him pretty much all the time. There's kind of a schedule for people who are staying over and taking kind of the night shift. But I haven't been able to do that because I need to be here for Lex. And I am working on coming to terms with it being okay with leaving him with someone overnight. And I think I will get there. But I'm struggling with that a bit. I'm like, I hate that has to be, like, I feel so torn between Eric and Lex, and like, they both need me. Lex needs me more, but I feel like I need to be with Eric. Like, for both of our sakes, we need time. And we are getting time. I have arranged to leave Lex with a friend on Tuesday for pretty much the whole day, probably, which is the first time that I will have ever done that. And so that Eric and I can have an extended amount of time, just the two of us, which we really need. We've had time, just the two of us, you know, where my parents or whoever will take Lex for a while, and, you know, go walk around with him and entertain him and stuff, but I'm still like, you know, I'm gonna have to take care of Lex. He might be melting down right now, he could come back at any moment, all of that kind of stuff. So just knowing that he's being taken care of somewhere else will be good, and I'll have a good chunk of time without worrying about him. So we have lots of, I feel like this is getting so long. Sorry about that. We have lots of support from family and friends, which is great, but it's, you know, all of the family and all of the close friends in the world can't replace that person that's like your main person. So yeah, we'll make it through this. You know, Eric will hopefully be home in 3 weeks. And that doesn't sound so bad. Like, we're taking it day by day. If he actually can get home in 3 weeks, which the doctor's hopeful that he will, then, you know, that'll be good. We are probably going to be moving in with Eric's parents for a while. Lex and I are likely going to be staying there for the most part while Eric is in the hospital, because they are closer to the hospital than where I am or where my parents live. And they have my in-laws have lots of space, and you know, are really making it, trying to make it as easy as possible for us to be there, which is really nice. And once Eric gets out of the hospital, we will probably be staying with them for a chunk, at least, of the time when he's getting the more intense treatment. And we're going back and forth to the hospital, you know, I don't know, 2-3 times a week, at least. We don't really know the details on that portion of the treatment. So yeah, so that's what's going on. I go through waves of emotion. It's gotten better. There were a lot of times in the last week where it would really be these waves of just crushing emotion, and like I would feel like my chest was being squeezed, and like just like heaviness in the pit of my stomach, and my throat gets tight. It's been tough, and it really does come in waves, because I can be fine or, you know, not super emotional one minute, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, and I get hit by it. So I'm planning to do videos somewhat regularly to kind of chronicle this journey from my perspective, and both for my own sake, so that we have this record of it, and also, you know, who knows, I am sure there are plenty of other people out there in my position who are dealing with this kind of thing, or this exact thing, who could benefit from hearing how I'm dealing with it and how I'm going through it and all of that. So I will stop rambling there at 11, almost 11 and a half minutes. And if you've watched the whole thing, thank you for watching. We could really use, you know, healing energy, good thoughts, prayers, whatever you do, whatever you believe in. We could use all of the positive everything, especially for these next few weeks being apart, and Eric dealing with the beginning of chemo, and then those months afterwards when it will likely be even worse, but at least we'll be able to be at home together. So yeah, thank you, if you do send along that positive stuff, and I will talk to you again soon. All right.